Hi lovelies, it's Dawnny P here and I hope everybody's safe and well and healthy, and welcome to this video today. I'm sharing with you Tonic Studios Craft Kit number 42, which is all about spring, and it's an absolutely beautiful set. We've got stamps, we've got dies, and we've got some Nuvo products. And so what we're going to do is I'll talk you through what's in the kit, and then we'll have a little look at some of the samples that I've done, and then we'll come back at the end and we'll put a card together. Okay, so what we're getting in the kit? Well, these are our dies and they're beautiful. So you've got two different wreath dies there, and there's 3 parts to these. So you've got this is your outside edge, so you can do your layer with that. Then you've got another one which fits inside there, and again that's an outside edge. Then you've got your inside edge, your verso die here, and that will cut into the card, so you could cut that one and stick it onto there and then mat it all onto that bottom layer. So loads that you can do with that, and also you can just cut that straight into your card as well. So we've got that one there, and we've got another one the same here but with a slightly different shape. Very, very pretty. We've got a set of these. They're so sweet, these little butterflies. 6 little butterflies, different shapes, which you can use to as embellishments on your card. We've got a sentiment that says spring, so you can use the word on its own, or you've got a backing die to if you wanted to cut that out to put it behind your words like that, so it really stands out. We've got a ribbon tail die here, which is brilliant. I like these for sentiments. They look really good on if you stamp your sentiment out and then cut it out with those with your tail end. As I say, you can use that to make ribbons or anything you want really. Then we've got this die here, which is, it's so pretty and it's a bit unusual. So we've got a cutting line all the way around this edge here, but not round this edge. So that means it'll stay half in and half out of the card, and that will look like this. So that's been cut. Turn it around. That's been cut like that, and all I've done is I've cut it off either end, and you can cut them off level or you can cut them off like I've done, one slightly higher than the other. So that's the side that stayed in the card, and this is the side that's cut out. So lots of possibilities that you can do with that, with this die. And then finally you've got some gorgeous flowers. You can all never have enough of these, I don't think. This is where I struggle putting those. That's it. Be no good on the Krypton factor. So what we've got is a set of, is this set here, which is three dies which all work together. So you've got like a flat shape. You've got another shape which will sit on top, and if you notice, you've got a line in the middle there, this bit here. If you run that through your embossing machine, you'll get a gorgeous effect. It's really, really nice. It will really make this stand out. And then finally, you've got your centre bit to work with that. You've also got a middle-sized die and a smaller die. And you can mix and match those and layer them up. They look stunning. So that's our dies. Now moving on to our stamps. A lovely set here, all about spring. We've got Spring is in the Air, Hello Spring, Live Life in Full Bloom. You've got these three, can't count, little shapes here, and what they do is they will put your centres in your flowers like that. This is what I was saying to you about this die here. Can you see it's kind of left? You probably can't see that very well, but all I've done is colour where the embossed bits sort of sticking up, if you will, and then I've just stamped that one in the centre on that one. You've got, back to the stamps, we've got Springtime, we've got Spring Fever with a rainbow, which is very topical at the moment. If friends were flowers, I would pick you. The first blooms of spring always make my heart sing, and spring has sprung. Here's to lots of sunny days to come. I bet we can all agree with that one. Right, so those are our stamps. Oh, Oh, I've missed these out, you little butterflies. How could I do that? These set of little butterflies which echo the butterflies in your die set. So that's those. Now, as always, we get some, let's put these in here so we can see them, some Nouveau goodies. These are, colours are just stunning. So we'll start off with our embellishment mousse. This is peony pink, and this is just your classic mousse. So it doesn't crackle or anything else. It's just a classic mousse. You can use it with your paintbrushes. You can use it as a rub-on. You can use it through your dies as a stencil. Loads and loads and loads you can do with that. You can water it down and use it, you know, to do splatters or create your backgrounds. It's stunning. Pretty colour. That's peony pink. You've got, get a bit of watercolour card. You've got an Aquaflow pen. Now there's 3 in the set, and you're going to get a random one of that set. The one I've got is Sweet Pea, and again it's such a pretty colour. Look at that, beautiful colour, pretty pink. So you're going to get one of those 3 Aquaflow pens, but whichever one you get, they'll work beautifully with the set. So that's those. You're going to get, talking of watercolour card, you're going to get a handy little A2 pad of watercolour card. If you've not used watercolour card, honestly, there's so many things you can do with it. You can create your backgrounds with it. You'll notice that it's got more of a texture on one side than the other, and that texture, I don't know if you can, you probably can't see it on here. No, you can't, but it gives a raised, if you rub your mousse over it, and we're going to do this when we put the card together, you get a very subtle pattern on it. It's really good. Use it with your dies as well, and then you can paint them. And this is a really handy size to have, and a nice introduction if you're thinking about using some watercolour card. This is a great way to start. So that's our card. Then we've got handy little, it's 5mm, 6 meters on the of what you call it, tape runner. So you know, if you're in a rush, these are really handy to have, and they've got good grab as well. Then you've got this. This is our, it's quite new, this, the embossing tool. This is brilliant. I won't open that because I might give that, use that as a giveaway. This is mine, which I do use. So you've got like a rubber tip on, oh, I've got dirty fingers, please excuse them, a rubber tip on one end, and if you're, you know what it's like when you're trying to pick these things like sequins and gems and things like that up, this is great. You pick it up, put it down. If your end, the rubbery end starts to lose its tackiness, you just give it a rinse under the tap, dry it, and it will be as good as new. Let's pop those back in there, like that. Oops, missed it. Fourth time lucky. There we go. Oh, so that's our little embellishment tool. We've got two different bottles of sequins. I've got rose gold and diamond. These are from our golden years set, so you may get 2 different ones, but you will be getting a random 2 from that set. They'll all be beautiful. Make a nice embellishment on your card. Then we've got our Nouveau drops, classic Nouveau drops in Carnation Pink. If you've not used these before, they're a self-leveling drop, crystal drop, like a glaze, if you will, and you don't get any of those horrible little points that you can do with some of the, you know, products like this. And it doesn't matter how big or how small, you'll always get that nice domed finish on the top. Dries lovely and glossy and shiny, and you can put them straight onto your card, so it's actually encapsulated into the card. If you wanted to, when you've got 5 minutes spare, just grab a piece of greaseproof paper, make yourself a load of dots and then leave it, let it dry, put it to one side, and then they're there when you need them. Just slide them off and glue them straight on your card. If you're a bit nervous about, I don't know, making a mess, putting them straight onto your card, or they make a splodge or something like that, or if you're anything like me, invariably I will put my fingers in it while it's still wet. So that's another way you can avoid that. Just make a load up when you've got a second. So we've done those, and finally, last but by no means least, this is the card that we're going to get in our set. So there's 8 different ones. So we've got 3 of our classic Craft Perfect. This one is buttermilk yellow, and it's got a texture on one side and smooth on the other, so you've got the choice which side you use. You've got mustard yellow, beautiful deep, almost like a golden yellow, very, very pretty. We've got coral pink, and again, all these colours work nicely together. It's a very pretty colour. Then we've got a pearlescent card. This is just so subtle. This is lemon luster, and you probably can't see, but there's just a slight, I won't say glitter effect, but it's just got something there, a little sparkly, it's gorgeous. Anyway, so that's that one. Then you've got some handmade paper, and this is coral confetti. Loads and loads of little hearts on that one in that beautiful, it's almost like a salmon pink, it's pretty, and white on the other side, so you could use your mousses or your sprays on that side as well if you wanted. And this is like a raised and embossed pattern, which won't flatten when you use it with your dies, which is a Brucey bonus. Then you've got this beautiful, it's like a foiled, like a luxury cardstock, this speciality card, and this is honey gold roses, loads and loads of detail on that one. And again, you can put your mousses over the top of it for a different effect. You can sand it back, again, loads of things you can do with it. You just got to have a play. And finally, 2 satin mirror cards in gold pearl and pink chiffon. So that's everything in the set, in your kit. So what we'll do now is we'll have a little look at some of the samples I've made, and then we'll come back and we'll put a card together. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little look through some of the samples that I've done with the kit. You'll see the other girls have done some videos as well, which will hopefully give you loads of ideas of ways to really get the most out of your stamps and your dies and all your products. So the card I'm going to put together now is quite a plain and simple one, but really still quite pretty, I think. And we're going to use some of the Honey Gold Roses cardstock. We're going to use some of the pink chiffon cardstock and some plain white card. We're going to use a strip of that beautiful pearly lemon luster cardstock and a little bit of the watercolour card and some of the mousse. Okay, so the dies that I've used for this, I've cut 3 of that shape out of the honey gold roses. I've cut 3 of this shape out in just plain white cardstock. And I've cut, where have you gone? This little tiny one here, this little diddy one there. I've cut 3 out in the pink chiffon mirror card. So that's all the cutting done. The sentiment I've used is, if friends were flowers, I would pick you. I really like that. I think it's just such a nice sentiment. So let's put everything to one side and we'll make a start. So this card was it started off in life as a 6x6 card, and I've just literally trimmed 1 inch off the end, so we've got 5x6, and that bit that I've trimmed off I used to stamp my sentiment. This piece here is 5. I'll measure it for you. I think it's 3, let me tell you. So it's just over 3. I'll give it you in centimeters, it's easier. So it's 8 centimeters by just under 13, about 128. Then I've got a piece of that which I've got to cut down. The white cardstock is the same width, and this is 56 on the short side, and again 128 on the long side. I've got to trim those down yet. Those are 2 of the flowers, and then this is one of a piece of that watercolour card, which I'll show you now what I did with that. I can find my brush. Okay, so let's move those out of the way. I'm just going to grab a scrap of paper, a scrap of card to show you. So on this watercolour card, you'll see, as I said to you before, there's a slight raised texture. So we're going to use that to create this, and we're going to use our mousse. Now, I like to leave it to dry, so that's one I prepared earlier. So all I do, I'm going to use a flat brush. This is a 3/4 inch flat brush, one of our Nouveau brushes, and I'm just literally going to put it in the pot. It's a clean brush, and I want to take quite a bit off. I don't want any big blobs or lumps. This is a tip: if you want a 6-inch strip of card, cut it to 6.5, because sometimes when you put the brush down, you'll get an uneven bit at the end, and you can just trim that off. And then all you literally do is dry brush it on. Just drag it across the card very gently. You have to build it up. Takes a bit of time, but I think the effect is so pretty. Like that, see? And you go on right to the end when it's all covered. And if you wanted it a little bit darker, you can always build that colour up until it's the depth of colour that you are after. Okay, so that's how I made the strip. So I'll put that to one side, and because, as I say, I've done one already. And then let's start and assemble this. It's quite quick and simple. So firstly, I'm going to use the glue runner, and I'm going to put that to make sure we are the right way, and that's going to go on there like that, hopefully straight. That's better. And then this bit is going to go on here, but before I do that, I just want to trim this to the right width, because I don't want that just cut a little bit of that end off, and the same with this one here. Okay, get rid of those bits. So this is now going to go on there, and I think what I might do, I didn't do this on my sample, but I might do it now. I think I might, if I can find my poker tool. Where's it gone? There's always something missing. Never mind. I'm going to add some foam pads just to give it a bit of dimension. Put that on. See these little bits here? This is the back of these. These are perfect for your Nouveau drops. If you just keep those and just make yourself a load of Nouveau drops, and then just stick them in a drawer, and then you've got them for when you want them. Okay, that's these. Now, because I've got a, what's the name for getting it straight? I've got form for it not being straight. I'm going to add a little bit of glue on there, and that's going to go on there like so. Maybe if I get it to the end, that would be helpful. There we go, that's that. And then this piece, I'm going to, again, use my tape runner. And again, if you're not confident with using this and you want a little bit of slide, you can just add your little bit of glue over that. And that's going to go there like so. And then finally, we'll add this pearly card, and again, because I've got form for it not being straight, I'm going to put that on there like that. So we've got a nice mixture of textures and colours going on there. Let me fasten that up. I can put it away. Okay, so that's that done. Now onto our flowers. So what I've done is I've cut, as I say, 3 out of the flat shape, 3 out of this shape, and 3 out of the small one. So that's what they look like, and I'll show you what I did, and I will apologise in advance. My nice Tonic spongy mat has gone missing, so I'm using this old stamping mat thing. So to get it to do that, all you do is literally get your ball tool, embossing tool, and I just pressed it in the middle, and then you see where the shape comes in, I kind of just press around each one like that, and it just wants to come in on its own like that. You're not looking for perfection here, you want a nice shape. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to get the end of the ball tool and just stroke towards the centre like that, and then you can what's the name it in, cinch it in at the end. So a little bit of deluxe adhesive on there. Now this, because it's got a coating on it, where's my tweezers, because it's got a coating on it, you might have to just hold it in place for a little second, or press it down with your embossing tool, and it will grab, but it might take us a minute or so. And then finally your smallest mirror card shape, I just literally press, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the centre, and then pop that in there. Oops, I was a little bit over enthusiastic with that glue there. Never mind. Have I got a cloth? Yeah, I can try and wipe this. Get that excess glue off. Okay, so that's my 3 flowers done. Let's move that out of the way. So I'm going to stick those on there. And I'm going to use, you can use your hot glue gun if you want. I'm going to use my deluxe adhesive. So I'm going to put a bit on the back, and again, because it's a bit of an odd shape, just kind of hold it in place till it's grabbed. Doesn't take long. And then we'll do the same with the other two. You there. And finally, this one over here. There we go, there's our 3 flowers. I'm just debating whether to stick this flat or not. I think I will have some foam pads on this. This is our sentiment, so I'm just going to pop a couple of foam pads on the back of that just to give it a bit of lift. Like this, and again, you can just add a tiny bit of glue on there, and then if it's not straight first time, you can slide it around. That looks, just need to be scooted over here just a weeny bit. That's a bit better. That's that. And finally, what I think I'll do, I think I'll add some of these beautiful sequins. So I'm going to grab my embellishment tool, and what I tend to do is I'll just add a couple, sprinkle them down like that, and then we'll just add, I'll tell you what, I've decanted it into a smaller thing which is clogged. Deary deary me. No, that's not playing. So what we'll do, hang on, that's probably got it now. There we go. So I'm just going to add a little dot here, little dot here, little dot here. No rhyme or reason. And then just pick those up. My head's not in shot here. That's 3 there, and then we'll do 2 more here. Handy little gadget this, it really is. Oops. Nearly there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need another one. I don't like an even number. And we'll just put these 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's these 3 on there. 1. 2, 3. And that's our card all done. So it didn't take very long really, and I hope you like it, and I hope you, if you get the kit, I hope you really enjoy it as much as I did, because it's absolutely, I just love it. And I will see you again soon, but till then, take care, stay safe, and look after yourselves. Bye.